Everyone would please stand. At this time, you may be seated. This afternoon, we'd like to welcome family, friends, community members, faculty members, students, AP alumni to this great afternoon. It's truly my honor and privilege to be able to address these seniors one last time. Seniors, at the very beginning of the year, in our first meeting in the auditorium, I always challenge and remind our seniors this truly is your building. You'll set our culture, you'll set our tone by the decisions and actions you make in our building, but probably more importantly, outside. And from this year, all I can say is thank you for having an excellent year. I don't know if it was the weather, but you guys didn't even schedule a skip day, so I'm very grateful for that. I can honestly say this group worked hard until the very end. Showed up each and every day, did what they needed to do, were extremely involved, and excelled academically, but also publicly in their actions. This as a collective group has achieved many, many accomplishments, of which I cannot name them all. From their extracurricular successes, state tournament this year for the gals, second place yesterday in track, all-state vocalists, unbelievable musicals, but the thing that's this group I will remember is your willingness to do public service. I can say out of all our groups, this group is one if we ever needed somebody at the food bank, if somebody called and needed a hospital bed moved, this group was always willing to do that. And for that, I thank you. That goes far beyond just our walls and impact. It's an example that you set for those students below you that this is what we do at AP. And for your leadership throughout this entire year, not only I, but your entire teaching staffs, thanks you for your leadership. You did a great job. You know, after today, I'm not just the guy you had as a principal. I will join you now as proud AP alum. And I hope you each understand that's a title that's not just yours. But we've actually you're the 10th class to graduate in this gymnasium following the tornado. You're the 27th class of AP Falcons. And each and every year that number grows. And each and every year that group is different. And I will say your legacy, your mark is one that I hope is repeated and one that I will reference in years to come. After today, you will start anew. You must reestablish who you are, what you want to be, what are your priorities, what are your thoughts, what are your beliefs. No one will expect you to have all of this figured out as you enter work, college, or the military. But I do challenge you to think and understand your academic, athletic, fine arts successes will also stay here with you. The hard work, the dedication, the discipline along the way will be the things you take with you. If maybe high school didn't go as you hoped, as I told you, your freshman year when we sat in the auditorium day one, it's a new start. You could have been the best student over in Appleton, but it all starts over. Could have been the worst student at Appleton, and it all starts over. And the same will be for you wherever it is you go when you leave us here. I do challenge you to take this summer, set new goals. Think about who you want to be as a person. Figure out what is going to be my core value system. Because if you don't make those decisions, I promise you somebody else will. You won't know everything you want to go do. You won't have all your goals set, but I do think you can determine who you want to be. In our world today, you get more and more things and opinions thrown at you. In social media, everybody's quick to tell you everything you should do. But as the wise philosopher Al W. Kearns once told us all, think for yourselves. Think for yourselves. The other thing Mr. Kearns taught that I'm going to share today that I think is a valuable lesson. For many, you'll have goals. How can I be rich? How can I be famous? How can I be successful? In our society today, I think the two biggest skills you could possess that will lead you to leadership and greatness. Number one, can you communicate with people face to face? Not on a phone, not in a Snap, not in Instagram, but learn how to communicate. The second thing I challenge you with is figure out a way to disagree in agreeable ways. Be better than probably my generation and your parents' generation is doing when you watch anything with politics right now. Figure out what you believe. Stand true to it, but understand everybody may not think like you, and that's okay. Be the better person. Be compassionate. Be understanding. Be a servant leader. Hold true to who you are. Stand up for what you believe, but do it in a way that impacts others in a positive manner. Unfortunately, in life, you're going to probably learn more through your failures than your successes. And unfortunately, your character gets revealed not when everything's going well, but in those toughest of moments. I will tell you, some of you have had the easiest 18 years of life you could possibly have, loved high school. It was easy. And for you, that was me, sitting in those seats 20 plus years ago. For some of you, you've had a much tougher road. Maybe home wasn't great. Maybe you've only been with us a year or 2 years. Maybe you've overcome things that even your own classmates don't recognize or realize. And it'll be better because of it. For those of you who have had that easy moment, tough days will come, but you are prepared. You will get through. Class of 2019, before you leave today, you take a look around to each other, because you will never have this many of your classmates all in one place together ever again. Friendships that maybe you had when you were in 3rd and 4th grade splintered and disappeared as you went on. Take a moment, find that person, and thank them for your experiences and your memories. To that teacher, those parents, those people maybe you didn't even get along with as well in school, make amends, because there's no promise you will see those folks ever again. In your different directions, understand you had a great first chapter of your life or first quarter. You're all very prepared for what's next. You go prepared and ready. You go nervous and excited, maybe even a little sad. Understand you go representing all of us. You go as AP alum, and I pray that you never forget where you came from. Go pursue your each and every one of you. Thank you. At this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce the AP choir under the direction of Mr. Jeff Bieber. And at this time, our choir will sing That Lonesome Road.
If I had closed my mouth and opened my eyes, if I had cooled my head and warmed my heart, I'd not be on this road tonight. Save you from your troubled mind. Walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder. Stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees.
At this time, it's my honor to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2019, McKenna Tingle.
I'm going to be completely honest. When I got told that I had to give a speech at graduation, I had no idea what I wanted to say. But as I started thinking about it more, I knew that there was one thing I needed to say for sure. I want to genuinely thank all of the people that helped to get us to this point. I know we've heard this so often growing up in our community, but AP really is a special place. This is a community that never hesitates to support our young people. And for that support, I can never say how thankful I am. I'd also like to thank our teachers, coaches, administrators, and advisors for putting up with us for the past 12 years. I know we always haven't been the easiest group of people to work with, but the passion that you bring to your job every day has helped to inspire us, guide us, and turn us into the young adults that we are today. And of course, to our parents and families. Thank you for all of the sacrifices that you have made to allow us to chase our dreams without having to worry about having the resources and support we need to accomplish them. All of you here today are the reason we have been so successful in high school, and for that, I can never thank you enough. As I was writing this speech, I started to think more about this idea of success. It's kind of a strange concept, because in different stages of your life, you view different things as being successful. Throughout high school, we view success as things such as getting good grades, playing a varsity sport, getting a solo in a choir or band contest, or winning a Powder Puff football game, which, not to brag or anything, but we did that twice. But as we leave high school, these things that we view as success are going to change. We're all about to go out into what everyone keeps telling me is the real world, and as we do this, we will each start to redefine what we think success is. When I was thinking about what goals I need to complete in order to become what I view as successful, I realized it's very easy to get caught up in trying to impress the people around you. And this can cause you to lose sight of what actual success is. Because ultimately, success isn't having the fanciest job or the best title. It's being happy. In these months leading up to graduation, I know we felt a lot of stress about what we're going to do next. Because as soon as you start senior year, it feels like people ask you this question literally every 5 minutes. With so many people coming up to us and asking this question, it's easy to feel pressured to have it all figured out and to have an answer that will make you seem successful. But honestly, it's okay to not have it all figured out. No matter what your next step in life is, if you can go out into this world and find your passion, find the thing that's going to make you happy and the people around you happy, then nothing else really matters. Because happiness truly is the ultimate form of success. So, to the class of 2019, I would like to thank you for bringing me so much happiness the past 12 years, and I genuinely hope that each and every one of you is successful in finding happiness in your next step in life. Thank you.
Great job, McKenna, thank you. At this time every year, we take a moment to bring back one of our alumni to talk about Dollars for Scholars and the impact that had them. As our young people have talked, we are so fortunate for what our community does, and this is just another great example. Please help me welcome back Sydney Schneiderman.
Hello. Like mentioned by Mr. Thomas, my name is Sydney Schneiderman, and I am a 2018 graduate of Appleton-Parkersburg. I'm currently attending the University of Northern Iowa, where I'm pursuing a degree in elementary education with a minor in literacy. Today, I would first like to congratulate the class of 2019, as you have now accomplished a huge milestone in your lives and get to join us cool alumni of Appleton-Parkersburg. Secondly, I would like to briefly let you all in on a few things I have learned in my first year of college, and then close with reminding you of one thing you must never forget, most of which has already been told to you. The first thing I learned in college is that it is an experience like no other. You are now entering a whole new world where what position you played in sports, the role you had in the fine arts, or what activities you were involved in no longer defines you. This next chapter of your lives is a fresh start, and from this day forward, you have no labels. As sad as it is to see this chapters of your life end, this new chapter of your lives is waiting full of adventures, opportunities, and experiences as well. Next, this upcoming time of your lives is exciting. Take as many opportunities as you can to be involved. If you're attending college, join a club, go to the events, especially the ones where they give out stuff for free. Enjoy the sporting and fine arts activities, and get out of your comfort zone. College, or whatever you decide to do next, is a time to find yourself and discover what will drive you to be successful after the next few lives of your years of your lives, and wow, college. And lastly, never lose sight of where you're from. This is the one thing you must never forget. Some of you might not realize it yet, but this community is truly great, and we all had the privilege of growing up in it. These people, this school, and this town is something very special. Take our Dollars for Scholars program, for example. We have one of the only Dollars for Scholars programs that helps postgraduates, along with providing so many other opportunities for us as college kids, like the money you receive for your tuition. They, along with local businesses, families, and friends, have supported you through your life journey to this point and deserve your thanks and recognition. Don't ever forget how lucky we truly are to be from Applington-Parkersburg. And with that all said, good luck in all your future endeavors, and know wherever you land, you will always have a community of Applington-Parkersburg alumni here to cheer you on. Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. At this time, we will once again hear from our concert choir and Make It So.
Have you ever thought how you could shape your destiny? Free your mind to wander, let your views expand. Reach the stars uncharted, discover all you can. Imagine if no boundaries could impede us. Imagine what a world we would create with the simple steps we take, or the change that we could make.
Let's go now.
Go now and make it so. Would you ever dare to run where others fear to tread?
Live your life with courage, following your heart.
Take the best for others, that most important part. Imagine if no boundaries could impede us. Imagine what a world we would create with the simple steps we take, or the change that we could make.
Let's go now.
Go now and make it so. Come, let's go now. And make it so. Let's make it so.
At this time, it is my honor and privilege to recognize the valedictorian of this year's class, Avery Everts.
I'm going to try to get through the speech with minimal stutters, useless ums, but most importantly, without passing out. When writing this speech, I was really trying to make it funny, but that wasn't working in my favor. Then I looked to Google for help, and that didn't work either. Apparently, Google doesn't have the answer for everything. So what you get is a quick, below-average speech written by me. I gave it my best shot, and I hope you remember at least one thing from it. So let's begin. We've come so far as a class, from getting thrown together in second grade, separating again in third grade, but coming back again in fourth grade. We did our best to stick together. However, I bet many teachers regretted combining our Appleton and Parkersburg classes. Does anyone remember getting recess taken away in fifth grade, but still convincing the teachers to let us have a dodgeball tournament inside? That was just the beginning for us. Time passed and we ended up in middle school, the glory days. We had many incidents during this time that ended with Mr. Price yelling at us as a class. Shout out to Mr. Price for shaping us up and turning us into kids with character. Fast forward through all of our high school achievements and memories, and we're here. Unfortunately for you, you get to listen to me give a speech. No one ever told me I would have to do more homework like writing a speech after I already graduated. But that's beside the point. Anyway, as I look out, I see a group of driven and admirable people with hopes and dreams for their future. But there are a few things that will help each and every one of us succeed. First, in the future, what we've achieved in high school won't matter. Nobody will ask us our GPA, how many varsity letters we received, or how many honor bands we attended. This is our time for a clean slate. So you didn't try as hard as you could now. You can change that. Showing effort, heart, and character will help lead us towards our goals in the future. Whether you go to college, straight into work, or something else, do it with class. Your character will set you apart from the rest. Although character and hard work are a big part of what will help you be successful in life, there's one key factor I'd like to share with you today. At first, when I say this point, you might give me a funny look. However, I promise it'll make sense in the end. Do any of you remember when you were younger and your parents or guardian said something like, "Eat your broccoli," or "Eat your meat"? Well, I know for a fact my parents said it once or twice, maybe even a few hundred times. After this statement, it was always followed with, "If you don't eat them, you'll never grow." Well, this statement is important for what I'm about to say. Getting told to eat your broccoli is like failing. If you don't do it, you'll never grow. Neither of these may be fun, but it's something you need to do. Now I'm going to say this part again because I think it's important. Getting told to eat your broccoli is like failing. If you don't do it, you'll never grow. Neither of these may be fun, but it's something you need to do. If life is always going our way and we're only succeeding, are we even pushing ourselves to reach new limits? We'll never know where our limits are if we don't try to reach them. In order to reach them, we might have to fail. I hate to say it, but it's true. Now, I don't mean we should go fail our classes in college. Our parents might agree. And I don't mean we should stop showing up to work. But what I do mean is this. We can spend our whole life just skating by. That is fine. But there's not a lot of room to fail and grow if we stick with what is familiar. However, there's a whole world of possibilities out there. So run for student government, even if not many people know you. You can advocate for yourself, and maybe they'll elect you for the first time ever. Wouldn't that be something new? Or maybe if you're not into stuff like that, you'll ask your boss for a promotion. What is the worst that can happen? They say no? Awesome. You failed, you move forward, and you find a new way to succeed. Life is about to get hard, and mom and dad or another guardian is not always going to be at your beckoning call. We need to learn the real world. No one can hold our hand anymore. We just have to work through it, fail and then succeed, push the boundaries, and become something great. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that we shouldn't fear failure. Instead, we should fear being average and become great. Have strong character, work hard to achieve your dreams, and don't forget to fail, get back up, prove people wrong, and succeed. Most importantly, as you've heard time and time again, don't forget where you came from. Thank you.
Thank you, Avery. At this time, we will recognize the top 15% of this year's seniors class. Avery Everts, McKenna Tingle, Jenna Bruns, McKenna Oldenburger, Joseph Schipper, Weston Hansen, Landon Wessels, and Benjamin Ogle. One other award that is given out each year at graduation is the Iowa State Bar Association, the Iowa State Bar Foundation American Citizenship Award. This year's recipient has served in multiple areas and given to many things in our community, Avery Everts. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce Mr. John Thompson, Superintendent of Schools, and he's going to get mad at me, but this will be Mr. Thompson's last year here. He came to AP, he's been here for 26 of our 27 years, has been an unbelievable role model, has led us through some of the toughest times that a school and a community could ever go through. He absolutely bleeds red and black. He actually is going to a school that is red and black because he couldn't change. But what he's done for our community, our students, our teachers, is beyond a thank you is not enough. Please help me welcoming Mr. Thompson to the stage.
Avery, I had broccoli for lunch. Are you all ready? So at this time, I'll introduce the school board members, and then we'll bring you across the stage. Up here on the stage with me is Jill Kalkworth. Jill's been on the board for a lot of years. Been a great person to work with, and she's our board president, and she'll be handing out our diplomas today. But we're also joined by all of our board members, and I think that's a testament to them and how much they believe in what they do for the school and how important the school is to all of them. So I'll ask them to stand up and come forward at this time as they'll shake the graduates' hands as well. But Derek Harkin is with us today, Dave Schneiderman, Amy Truax, and Lisa Ellis. Thank you guys for all you do for us. I will now call the roll. Lauren Danielle Abbas. Haley Anderson. Samuel Bachman. Silas Raymond Barrett. Aaron J. Bartles. Walker Montgomery Blanchard. Junior Bowden. Jenna Elizabeth Bruns. Isaac Forrest Roger Capper. Carter Lee Cavalier. Haley DeFries. Tristan Charles Easton. Daxton J. Engelkes. Avery Rose Everts. Avery James Fisher. Kylie Elizabeth Fobian. Lucas Emmanuel Foxen. Elise Hedgem Jewin. Jacob Wesley Goshner. Nicholas Austin Grill. Avery May Grown. Weston Lauren Hanson. Brady Walter Allen Harmon. Taylor Jade Hauser. Lincoln James Johnson. Madison Elaine Johnson. Melanie Lynn Johnson. Matthew Lucas Kellum. Morgan Ingalls Knock. Lauren Faith Lupkus. Jack Simon Maitland. Nora Jasmine Mann. Alec Lee Mosk. Kobe James Merriweather. Hunter James Michaels. Jennifer L. Miller. Hudson John Morris. Kayla Rayanne Nicias. Benjamin Joseph Ogle. Josie Lee Oldenburger. Madison Marie Oldenburger. McKenna K. Oldenburger. Miranda Lee Oldenburger. Lauren Rachel Olson. Aaron Harlan Price. Samantha Marie Quant. Taylor Nicole Rottinghouse. Hunter J. Saul. Joseph Tyler Shipper. Hannah Rebecca Schaefer. McKenna Rianne Tingle. McKenna Truax. Landon John Wessels. Mason Dean Wessels. Would ask that all the graduates stand at this time. Turn around and face your grandparents, your mom and dads, the audience, your teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor for the 16th and final time to introduce the graduating class, Aplington Parkersburg's class of 2019.